3, 2, 1. Fuck. Hello, and welcome to Chapters by Candlelight, the podcast where the stories grow a little brighter. Grab a blanket, light a candle, and join us as we dive into books that keep us reading long into the night. I am Autumn.
I'm Carly.
And we read The Coven by Harper L Woods.
I gave it a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10.
4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I like this book a lot. It was like a little bit of a last minute decision to read this book. But honestly, could not recommend more. I love this book so much, but I love anything to do with witches and anything like that. Like, that's really my jam. My iPad case literally says grimoire on the front of it, so
I love it. Diving into it, trigger warnings, spoiler warnings, be aware.
So, just as a little disclaimer, number one, this is our first episode, so it's gonna be a little rough. We have these candles lit. These are real flames, obviously. And her smoke alarm keeps going off, which I probably clipped that in at the beginning because it was fucking hilarious. And so to combat that, because we want to keep the ambiance, we've opened a window, set the fan in front of the window to hopefully get it to blow all the smoke out that way so it doesn't call the fire department. Because this one, you said this one's not going to call the fire department.
This one shouldn't call the fire department.
But just in case, we don't want it going off anyways, because obviously you don't want to listen to screaming in the background of your video. But there are dogs outside. Lovely, beautiful, awesome dogs. They are going to bark.
We're going to try to, hopefully with the mics, it'll mute that.
Exactly. So, you know, otherwise, you just have to deal with it, okay?
Give us time.
Yes. So, they might not even pick it up.
Hopefully.
So,
diving into the summary, a brief summary of the book.
Yay. Harper L Woods, The Coven, follows Willow Medusa. Is it Medusa? Medusa. Follows Willow Medusa, a witch with both earth and necromantic powers. Raised as a weapon by her father, she infiltrates Hollow Grove University to destroy the Coven from within by seducing its headmaster. Ulrich, I'm pretty sure it's Ulrich or Alaric, either one. Ulrich Grayson Thorne. But with what begins as a mission for revenge turns into a dangerous dance of desire. And manipulation. As Willow discovers her heritage, her dual powers of life and death, she learns that the Coven has kept witches weak for centuries. Yet Grey hides the greatest secret of all. He isn't just a vessel, but Lucifer himself. In a chilling climax, the Coven falls, hell rises, and Willow is left as the only force who might resist the devil she was meant to destroy. So,
Yay.
It gets crazy as fuck, y'all.
So, diving into some questions.
Yay!
How do the bones and necromancy symbolize the burden of ancestry and inescapability of legacy? I mean, the bones are everything.
Yeah. So
she can't access her necromantic powers without the bones,
which is kind of crazy. Like, but imagine what if you didn't even know you were a witch and you had no bones? I guess you just wouldn't.
But there's only one of that line, and that's her father's side. So there's only ever been one necromantic witch.
I know we had talked about it for a second, but like her father, I thought
I took it as he still had. Oh, he never got powers.
See, I took it as to even have a child at all, you had to give up.
Well, that's what it is in the Coven. The Coven, you either have powers or you can have kids as a male.
Why?
Yeah. Her ancestor said it was because they didn't want her being born, is how I took it. I think she literally said that verbatim, pretty much.
Oh, shit.
They didn't want a witch of two bloods being born because of the prophecy.
So that was their way of just keeping it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, I mean, the bones are everything for the necromancers, though.
So, yeah. So
they can't access that power without the bones.
Yeah. So yeah, so he had to have had his powers. So I get that now.
Yeah, he had his powers, but I don't think he ever got the bones. He was trying to get the bones from her. So that's why I thought he didn't have powers.
I guess.
Because that's why he sent her there, is for revenge for his sister that was killed and to get the bones.
Yeah.
But he groomed her to basically seduce the headmaster. That's how I took it.
All right. Well, and I have so many questions about that as well. So, because that as well makes... But, I mean, I guess in the end it makes sense, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Lucifer's rib taking. That shit fucked me up, bro.
It was so weird. And then come to find out, he put that rib in her when she was born.
Yes, like, that was, like...
So weird.
Ugh.
First of all, how did her mom not notice? Like, something. Like, was it, like, they never go into detail how he does it. It's literally just
Lucifer.
like, I put that bone inside you.
He's Lucifer.
First of all, that's a fucking innuendo if I ever heard one.
That's what she said. But yeah, no, that whole scene was like a fucking... It made me cringe. Like, it made me... Which is like... Ugh. You know?
It was very strange. It was a very strange ordeal. That the whole end of the book.
Oh, yeah.
How about this? Blood is used as both as intimacy and violation in this book. How does this duality affect how we interpret Willow and Gray's relationship? I mean, the first time he takes her blood, it's against her will.
Yeah. Which I don't think is allowed. Right?
No, it has to be by consent.
Yeah.
So then...
Immediately breaking the law.
I mean, find out why.
Right.
So there's that. And then they have this, I can't remember what it's called, that ritual where the vessels have a chosen... The reaping. They have not a chosen, but they go around and they'll select a student.
It's selected for them.
I thought they selected it.
It's selected for them.
Oh, I'm thinking of Dominium. That's what I thought. Okay. That's what Gray did on Willow.
Yeah, the whole reason it's selected for them is to prevent them relationship.
And like them forming that bond, how Gray... So basically, if a vessel continues to feed off one witch, they gain access to their magic to a degree, which is what happens with Gray and Willow.
Yeah.
And the Coven wants to avoid that. And vessels need blood of witches to live.
I think they can drink other things' bloods, but it benefits them more if it's the blood of a witch.
I think they need the blood of a witch to survive.
Do they?
Yeah, that's how I took it.
I know he's drank because I know she asks him like, "What does human blood taste like?" He's like, "Not as good as a witch's blood."
I think they can drink it, but they need the witch's blood. And then there's obviously, the intimacy. The first time they have sex, she's a virgin, she bleeds, and he goes feral for it.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be obsessed with you now, which
was all a part of the plan.
All a part of the plan, yeah.
Unfortunately,
fuck her dad.
Seriously.
So there's that. So I think it's just kind of like it's a mirror. It's a foil of each other. Kind of like of how like the blood can represent like this good, not caring, but control. And then there's like the rituals, like where they were killing and needing the blood of people for sacrifices.
Yeah. Well, and not to mention that he did that as well to keep her from being able to unmake him.
Yeah. So what do you mean unmake him?
She couldn't. She tried to unmake him at the end.
Oh yeah,
and she couldn't because there was so much of her blood inside of him.
That's right.
Him as her.
That's right.
So
I forgot about that.
There's a lot of aspects that like important details that went into the blood alone.
Yeah, the blood plays a big role in this series. Going into Willow. Willow begins as a pawn for father's revenge, but ends up as a survivor of Lucifer's betrayal. Which turning point most defines her independence? I think she really started being independent. Like, she was kind of always independent, but not.
Yeah.
She was following this plan her father created.
But she had a lot of her mom's
independency
and
way of thinking.
Yeah, inside of her. So I mean, at some point, it just kind of turns into the only reason she's doing it is to be free of her father, which is
because all she wanted to be was with her little brother.
Yeah,
she didn't want to be there.
He was so stinking cute when he
Bug.
When he jumped out in front of Gray with that little fire poker.
Oh my god, so cute.
It broke my little heart.
But he's gonna be, I feel like
he'll play a really important role in the end.
I don't know, because I don't remember if it's a trilogy or if there's gonna be more. The third book doesn't come out until I think either this year.
Do you think he'll have powers?
He'll have powers, yeah, he will.
Okay.
But they kept him hidden so he didn't have to make the choice.
Perfect.
So I think there's that.
He's part of a royal line.
Well, he's part of like the original Green Witches, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she kind of started being independent when she started having an actual feelings for Gray.
Oh yeah, I think that kind of was when stuff started settling in.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think another thing that really did it, like kind of like got her out of that way of like I need to, do this for my father, was when she noticed that these witches were being starved essentially of their power.
Because like whenever they died, they weren't being like the Green Witches weren't being given to the earth, the White Witches weren't being given to the crystals, and so on and so forth.
And then not to mention that, but the Green Witches were just taking from the plants
and not
giving it back.
Mm-hmm.
They were just taking.
Yeah, because like she would make a sacrifice to the plants, and they would help her willingly.
But then in return, they would drain all of her power.
But that was only because of how depleted they were exactly. At the Coven.
Exactly. She says at one point that she thinks that the only reason they stop, I think she actually hears them say it, it's the only reason they stop is because they know that they won't get another sacrifice in the future if they drain her and kill her.
Well, there was one point, yeah, she did say that. She's like, I can't give them right now because if they take it all and I would die. But the Coven stopped doing all that, so the witches would become weak, except for a certain few, and the vessels would die.
Which, my thought, you mentioned earlier that they need the witches to survive, but what did they do before the witches?
So they were made as part of the bargain with Lucifer that gave the witches their power. The vessels were created.
But he was Lucifer. I'm so confused.
I don't know the whole thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you, the more that we're talking about this, the more I'm realizing it doesn't make a lot of sense, because
we're only on the first book, though.
Who was the original vessel? I was under the assumption that Gray was the original vessel because he's been around since the beginning of time.
I'm assuming that's how it is, but then like he
had to have been made as soon as he was kicked out of heaven and had his wings ripped off, because
his body
hadn't even healed. He was still like bleeding and like laying in a cot.
Yeah, so I don't know. More about Willow. How does the duality, her life and death magic, reflect the novel's larger themes of balance and power? Ooh. That one's a tough one, I feel.
I guess it shows that it goes hand in hand.
You can't have one without the other.
Exactly.
But Willow's a perfect example, literally, of having the earth magic and the death magic.
Yeah. But again, we don't really get to see that until the end.
No, because she's looking for these bones the whole time, and Gray's like, no, I had them. And he forces them on her, first of all.
At one point, I literally sat here and thought, I was like, homegirl just gave up on the bones altogether, bro. Like, she didn't even really try to look for them. She just kind of like went to her class and was like,
She was fighting the Coven, though. She was like, this is wrong.
This is true.
Which, I mean, like, out of the grand scheme of things, like, she was like, I'm a witch. Like, we're going to lose our powers if this keeps up. So I kind of see why she kind of was focusing more on the other thing than trying to find the bones. But at the same time, like, if your main goal was to find the bones...
And something that also is really baffling is like they weren't even teaching the new witches how they received their power. Like they told it like they derived their power from the earth, but they didn't tell them that like you reap what you sow. If you don't give back, then you're just going to deplete your magic, and it's going to be gone. And because like she was talking about like you're supposed to give back, and one of the witches was like, what are you talking about? Like that was crazy. Or like even the burials, like they had no idea. She was like, Earth. She saw the box. She was like, Earth witches are supposed to be buried
in the
ground. The earth. And she's like, oh, well, she's a white witch. You don't have to worry about it. And she was like, okay, that's even worse. She's supposed to be given to the crystals.
Yeah.
Like, this is even worse.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And the girl had no idea what she was talking. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, why? And she's like, so you can be with your ancestors.
So she can replenish her magic.
Yeah, so she can replenish and then continue her line, her magic down the line of her family. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
All that. So, you know, so she was very
Mhm.
adamant.
So do you see Willow as a victim of manipulation or as a character who reclaims strength through survival?
The victim.
For
I
sure.
definitely see her as a victim.
No, 100%. I think she tries to reclaim her strength through survival, but in this book, I don't think she's reached that point yet.
No, definitely not. I think that she's kind of helpless at this point, at like the point at the end where she finds everything out.
She's so naive throughout the whole thing. Like, not in terms of her magic, no, but in terms of what's going on, like who's who, what's what. But with her magic, she's top of the line. It's just how things got to this point.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. I think that I'm sure that she'll end up taking that back though, mm-hmm. in the next book, like more than definitely. Or honestly, I have a little bit of a theory that in the next book we're actually going to see that it wasn't like Lucifer probably doesn't have the idea in mind that she's thinking that he does.
Mm-hmm, I think.
Well, I think that her father and Lucifer are not thinking of the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, obviously her father's not. Her father is only worried about bringing his sister back, which is like,
yeah.
Why would you want that? Like, that's messing with life. I get that she was,
but they're necromancers, so
there's an extent that you just don't cross though with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, this is also real life, and I'm talking about Fantasyland. So
yeah.
So we can't talk about the book without talking about Gray.
Definitely not.
Headmaster, Decibel,
Lucifer,
the boogeyman,
the main male character.
Yes, exactly.
My home slice. No, whatever.
Home slice. Sexy ass motherfucker.
I mean, anyways.
So, did you see him as like a genuine protector, or did you see him as a manipulator that he was?
I mean, it's a little bit both. I mean, I think he even said, "I can't love you in this form,"
which is like,
oh my god,
my heart melted.
Listen, like, I love him.
Like, I get you're the devil and stuff, but like
a morally gray man that loves me. I mean, just ignore the red flags, okay?
Right.
But no, I definitely thought of him. I mean, at the beginning, definitely more manipulation, and I think his vessel he started to want her. He couldn't love her, but he wanted her, and then he's like, I want to be back in my body, and then I can't love you in this form, but I can in that one. Oh my god. Like, I'm never going to be able to stop talking about that.
Well, so at the beginning of the book, they talk about how, I think he asks if something happens and he ends up thinking she's like 16. Well, that was the only thing that I picked up.
So what happened was, whenever a witch comes to power, whenever they find a witch, she's usually 16 they're usually 16 when they come into power. So he assumed
she's 16.
That she's 16, but then come to find out, no, she's 20.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't realize that. For some reason, that part, the 20 part, is completely left my mind. Okay, so he ends up talking about, I hear the 16 part, and then I hear her curves, her voluptuous body, definitely, something like, he talks
something about her boobs.
Something about her boobs, and then he's like, hey, all you wants to fuck her, and I went, oh. Huh? What? Isn't this chick 16? And so I kind of like push it out of my mind because, like, whatever, maybe it's going to do like a flash forward and she's going to be aged up. But it never does that. And then, again, mind you, this whole time I'm thinking this chick's 16, and he like starts like sexually doing stuff to her, and I'm losing my mind. I'm like, what is happening? So I had to call her and like reconfirm this girl's age because I was severely creeped out. I was like, this guy is a pedo. This guy is weird.
Yeah, he's older as hell, obviously. But she is 20, so right, she is an adult. No, I think more manipulator at the beginning, kind of slowly morphing into a protector, especially after they make that bargain.
Well, I only saw him as a manipulator because I thought he really just wanted to drink her blood and fuck her.
I mean, he did. It's not wrong.
Yeah, it's not incorrect, but like obviously there was more to it than just that.
Yeah.
So, do you think that Gray being obsessed with Willow really is desire, or do you think it's just like his grand scheme to take over the world as the devil?
I think his whole plan was to kind of go the way he did, but I don't think he anticipated him falling for Willow.
I don't think so either.
I think that was kind of like oh fuck.
Mm-hmm. But isn't the whole prophecy that she's supposed to be like the queen of hell?
I mean, he did mark her. That's right, because they're married.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Big spoiler right there. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're watching
Obviously,
this,
yeah.
you're going to get spoilers, so I don't know what you expected.
Yeah, but no, I think I forgot about that completely. No, because, like, she got marked, and I think that's how he, like, figured out. It's like, oh, fuck, this is her. And then I think that's when things started shifting. Which is weird, because, like, did you not make that deal? Did you not see what she was supposed to look like the whole time, or has it really just been that long that you forget? Because, you know, like, I think I don't remember what store it was. I feel like it was ACOTAR, but at some point they aged so long that they forget what their, like, parents looked like. Yeah, no, I think, who knows? Maybe. Who knows? So, our notes are on the iPad.
I think it started as a fake thing, and then just kind of slowly morphed into something real, like, especially once he realized that this was his wife.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He really started to fall for her.
I agree. Willow's dad. Let's talk about this piece of shit. You can't talk about Willow without talking about her POS dad.
Unfortunately.
So he raised Willow as a weapon. Do you think his control is different from Gray's? Do you think his is going to be more destructive, or Gray's is going to be more destructive in the long run?
I think his is just going to be more destructive. I thought at first, when I was first going to answer this question, I was going to say Gray's and then her dad's, because I'm assuming Gray's going to make up for it, you know. But I think in the end, it's just going to be her dad. Her dad's some fucked up shit.
Man. Her dad buried her alive.
And we don't even know all of it.
First of all,
that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can we talk about... Hang on.
Okay.
Can we talk about the absolute irony that he buried Willow alive?
And she's an earth witch?
No. And then he gets buried alive? He's dead. He got buried alive.
When did he get buried alive?
At the end of the book. He's dead. I can't remember if it was Gray... or if it was her ancestor, Charlotte, that kind of... I think it was Charlotte.
I think it was Charlotte.
It was Charlotte
because she's screaming at him like, how could you do that to your daughter, your flesh and blood? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Love
and
Charlotte.
Who's like, who the fuck cares? Bring back my sister. And she's like, you don't get shit. You abused your daughter.
He's literally like, you were supposed to bring back my sister, not her. Where's my sister? And Charlotte buries the motherfucker alive.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you.
100%. Fuck him.
I could stay down there with Tamlin, bitch ass motherfucker. And all the other. We need to have like a boyfriend shit list.
Yeah, the shit list, male shit list.
Yeah, the male character shit list. Yeah. Actually, just the character shit list.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And he's gonna be up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he was.
Pig it up, future me. Don't roll your eyes. Pig it up. Right here. Here's the shit list. Whatever that fucker's name is. I don't even remember what his name is.
I don't remember.
Put it up there. Right underneath Tamlin's. There you go.
So, the Coven at first appears to be, like, the main antagonist, right?
Yeah.
But they're destroyed by Gray and Willow. Willow kind of on purpose, kind of not. Do they symbolize a lesser evil compared to Lucifer? Or do you think they were just pawns in his grand scheme of things? I personally think that after he got trapped in a vessel... things got out of his control.
Yeah.
And that he was just kind of biding his time to get his body back.
I think he even said it at one point, but I might be remembering this wrong. I think he really gave up at some point and he was just going along with the flow. He was like, whatever.
I think he always had plans to get his body back somehow.
Yeah.
He just didn't know how.
Yeah. Which is crazy because you literally made that deal.
I don't think he was supposed to get trapped in a vessel. I really think that was an accident.
You think so?
I think. Or
I'm a little confused on the timeline of things. I'm gonna need someone to like clear it up.
I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. We got at least two books to read.
Okay, if you're in the comment, well, yeah, you said 2 books. I was gonna say, if you're in the comments, put down the timeline. Like,
if you could break out down the timeline, first, that'd be great.
What happens? Does he become a vessel as soon as he gets thrown out of heaven, or is he like been a vessel? He was a devil, and then he gets put into a vessel?
I think he fell from heaven. He made the deal with Charlotte Hecate. And then I think at some point after that deal was made and witches started to come to power and vessels started to be created, he got trapped in a vessel. That's how I'm taking it. Okay. I just don't know how he got trapped in a vessel.
We'll roll with that. I have no idea.
Yeah. By the end, do you see Willow's powers as a gift or a curse?
I think it's obviously her Earth side is gift. I am a Taurus. You're a Taurus.
Yeah, we're both Tauruses.
I feel like I'm very like astrologically. Like I love witches for a reason. I've always been astrologically thought that stuff was really cool. I believe in the universe and all that fun stuff. So like I've always been connected to the Earth, which is funny because I hate bugs. And I literally never go outside because of them. But like Earth, so like I this whole time I viewed her Earth powers as really cool. Like I thought they were really awesome.
Yeah, it's like a gift to her, and
exactly.
She's more. I feel like, well, I mean, obviously she's going to be more in tune with her green powers than she would be with her black powers because she's just now getting them.
Yes, exactly. And then number 2, black powers. She couldn't even use those without the bones of her ancestors, which she could not find. And now that she has them, she's been trapped in this like fuck ass cycle of like being the queen of hell.
Yeah, she doesn't know that yet. I don't think it's clicked in her head.
She did. She found it out right at the end.
No, I know she did, but I don't think it's clicked in her head. Like she's like, oh fuck, I'm somehow married to Lucifer Morningstar. I'm the queen of hell.
When the book ends, she's still in shock. She's just trying to process it all, and she's not. They literally just, by the end of the book, they had just dragged up Lucifer's body, and that's when it ends. For also, the fucking demons crawling out of the mirror or whatever hole they came out of.
Yes!
That shit was low-key terrifying.
So good.
I love a good horror, dark romance mix. It's always been my favorite kind of book. Like, always.
So good.
So good.
I do remember some things about that when it comes back to book 2, and let me say,
I did imagine them kind of shifting from demon to more human-like when they came out. I don't know if that's how they're supposed to look with like demon people with human features.
Like they still have like something demon, like the wings or the horns.
Yeah,
I can kind of see
or like
that.
the fingers. I think.
Yeah, the webbed fingers. I don't really remember how they're described in book 2 off the top of my head. So, I guess we're both in for a surprise.
Also, I will say, they're like, I think again the part after the 7 princes come up, she's supposed to close it so the other demons can't get out. Like
she struggled with it, yeah.
And she's like, I don't know how, and they're like, close it, and like my immediate thought would just be to let go of the mirror.
She couldn't.
Oh, she couldn't?
She was like stuck. She couldn't.
I didn't realize she was stuck. I thought she was just hanging out staring at it.
No,
to,
she couldn't move.
Freaking out.
She couldn't move.
Is she like paralyzed with fear?
I think she was just like, it was how I took it is that the mirror was just absorbing all of her powers. She was just like locked there. She couldn't move.
Yeah, I think Gray ended up having to shove her out of the way.
I think Gray started pulling her and Charlotte was helping her.
Yeah, something like that.
So
I wish Charlotte could have stayed.
I know. I'm sure she'll come back to play a role.
Oh yeah. So how did your perception of Gray shift after the reveal?
You piece of shit! You lied to her.
Yeah. Fuck you.
But my God, that line! I can't love you in this form.
I just think you're hot. She just loves me for my body.
Listen, and like come to find out, his vessel looks almost identical to his actual body. But no, I'm like, fuck you, Gray. Why would you lie? Why would you manipulate her?
Yeah.
I liked Gray. He pissed me off, but I liked Gray. The morally gray character. The enemies, the lovers.
I like a bad man.
Love me a morally gray man. Not in real life. But I will overlook those red flags in a fictional man.
I mean, I've never, morally gray man. I don't know if I've ever experienced a morally gray man in real life. I don't know if they actually exist. I think you're just a piece of shit or a good person.
Yeah, that's true.
In real life.
No, I think, I don't know. I think we're going to have to see how they interact now that she knows the truth. And we really didn't get that at the end of this book.
This is true.
So we're going to just have to see how things go in book 2.
Were you rooting for romance like at all or no?
I kind of was. Because I was like, you can see it. He wants to like her, but he can't. He's stuck in his vessel form.
Well, I feel like most people are. It's a romance. It's a dark romance / horror book. Like, I feel like most people are going to want that. So
yeah.
What do you think the book is saying about desire? Do you think it's like liberation or like a trap?
I think it kind of is both. Because like you can really want something and you're going to overlook everything to get it. And you're ignoring like all the bad things that are happening. Like everything that's going to keep you stuck in this position. And you're just like, okay, like I got what I want. Fuck the consequences. But in reality, you should be like, okay, what's going to happen if I get this?
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's kind of what happened here. She was just like, I want, like, fuck the Coven. I need the bones. I want to be with Gray. And she didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then when it all came to fruition, she's like, oh, fuck.
Well,
I
think
fucked up.
She even had this moment of like, well, now that I have Gray, like, he's gonna help me.
Help me find the bones, yeah.
I mean, technically,
he did.
He helped her in the end, just not in the way she wanted. So
no, for sure. What is one takeaway you had about the theme?
That I fucking love it.
That's themes.
This is like my favorite type of theme, though. Like, that's the only thing I really can say. Like, I feel like I can't answer this as honestly as I would like to, because the horror / romance theme has always been my favorite. Like, ever since like I started getting into reading. Like, one of my first like real romance books that I ever read was called Shudder, and it's about a girl. Well, there's 2 books. There's 2 Shudders. One is about a girl who's a Van Helsing, and she literally goes ghost hunting and stuff like that. And she falls in love with one of the guys that's on her team, and it's got this horror mixture. They're fighting ghosts and running from this thing that's coming after her.
Yeah.
You know, that was great. And then the other Shudder, she falls in love with a murderer.
Yeah.
You know, so like, this type of thing has always been my favorite.
Yeah, I get you.
So I feel like I can't really answer this as honestly as I would like.
I mean, I think like theme wise, like just the foil that it has of like the good and the bad that comes with life and death magic, and the freedom and the how trapped you can feel with legacy.
Yeah,
I think it's very interesting.
100%. What was some predictions that you had for this book? Like stuff that you were like, oh yeah, I saw this coming.
Okay, so whenever I first read it, I was just kind of, vibing with it. I wasn't really trying to, like, overthink and be like, okay, what's going to happen? So the Lucifer reveal was kind of like, oh, fuck, where is this going to go to now that the demons are here? Like, how is this going to affect... Whenever I first read it, I thought the demons are taking over the school. So I'm kind of interested to see how you're going to react to the dynamic of the demons and the witches.
Okay. See, so I did see the Lucifer thing coming. Like, when they started mentioning, like, when I realized that there were mentions of heaven and hell in this book, and that the vessels were kind of just demons from hell, and he said something about his body residing in hell, it was like, oh, he's Lucifer. It was 100% Lucifer.
I was just vibing along. And then he made the
comment that he was here since the beginning of time, and I was like, oh, yeah. Definitely.
I was just vibing along. I wasn't putting pieces together because I was just reading this to enjoy it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did see the Lucifer thing coming, but it didn't make it any less exciting when he like
revealed himself
and showed up. So,
is there anything else you want to talk about regarding the book?
Just that I love it, and I think if you like dark romance and you like horror, I think you should definitely read this one.
So Willow survived the Coven. But her fight's only beginning in this book, in this series. Lucifer's out. The prophecy's coming in hot. It's literally
that she had no idea about.
Literally, she has the balance of life and death in her hands, not including her powers here, man.
Yeah.
So we'll continue the series eventually. We don't know when book 2 is going to be posted.
Correct.
So the next book we have in mind is
Priest. So, just so you know, how we will normally do things is we have the wheel. And basically all that means is that I have an app on my iPad here, and we have a list of books that we're going down, and we'll put it into the wheel, and we'll hit the spin button, and it'll spin, and we'll pick. We had already kind of had these previously picked, though. We had some shit happen, okay? Some shit happened, but we're getting it together now.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I think you still have the screen recording of the wheel.
So we could do it right now if you want.
The wheel.
Hey there. See that cheeky little asshole right there grinning at the camera like a dumbass? Yeah, that's me. And I'm coming to you from the future. Wow. And I'm here to tell you that I don't have that video and I fucking lied to you. And I'm so sorry. But I love you anyways and I hope you can forgive me. Bye.
So this was kind of something that we had already come up with, and it's something that we want to keep because we think it's fun. Yeah. So this is how things will go. But for the next few episodes,
we kind of already have an idea
of where it's going to go and what we're going to do. So next book is The Priest. And we can't wait to be there.
Yes.
And talk about it with you guys. So go ahead and read up on your book. That's your homework.
So let us know fan fiction, fan art, theories.
Oh yes, theories. I love the theories and the fan art.
Yeah,
and the fan fictions. Actually,
follow us on Twitter, Instagram.
No, we don't have Twitter.
I made us a Twitter.
Did you really?
I made us a Twitter.
Oh, fuck me, dude. You did.
Twitter. I texted you.
You did.
Okay, so follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
We don't have a Facebook yet.
We don't have a Facebook yet. I didn't.
So you can't find us on Facebook.
We do have a Fable, though. We have a book club on Fable.
Go, Chapters by Candlelight. Go follow us on Fable. We'll be giving a lot of our updates there. And you can also join the discussions of the chapters of the book as you read the book with us. So definitely do that.
We also eventually will have a Discord so we can all, like, the community can talk together.
Oh yeah, that'll be super fun. I'm excited to like be able to chat with you guys.
So follow us on there. So anything else you want to talk about the book? Okay. Well, guys, thank you for joining us at Chapters by Candlelight. Until next time, keep those candles burning, the page is turning, and the story's close. Bye.